This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the US. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
I believe that Zaslow critiquing your wardrobe is not something that anyone had coming today. Zaslow calling anyone underdressed or poorly dressed when I am certain that there are items of clothing in his closet that are older than Greg Cote, grandfathered in. You shouldn't be calling anybody a bum.
If I was on CBS Network, I'm not wearing a holy shirt.
That's why I think I know Mike's right that like on sidelines he does this a lot, but this is like a choice. You're doing an interview with CBS Sunday Morning. Like this feels like a style choice.
Dog, I've seen a lot of my friends go down this path where you're in love with a woman and you love like I love, and she has suggestions and you're like, you know what? I am not a stylish person. Like as my default, so why can't I?
She's like, holes are your thing.
Yeah,
you gotta lean into it.
Lean into it.
Yeah, strategic. I let me clarify. Yeah, this is a little surprising. I'm not surprised by the love aspect. We followed his ex-girlfriend on IG. He would be down for all that stuff. I saw him at Gronk's Beach House letting loose. Like, this is not... The fact that he would fall this in love and be like that public with it is not that surprising to me. It's the fact that she has seemingly replaced Mike Lombardi that has surprised me.
Do you think at some point CBS, when they showed up, they said, "Is that what you're wearing?" Or they're just like, yeah, this makes sense.
Is Amina alleging matching outfits? Because the New York Post is reporting today that the consensus among people around Belichick, according to a source, is that this relationship is, quote, alarming, and Hudson is, quote, a runaway train, end quote.
Look, man, she's a young lady who's opinionated, who has a very clear vision, and that vision apparently inspires Bill Belichick. Yeah. And so people around him, because they're going to be like, oh, I don't know why, and she's making all these decisions, but the reality is, everyone needs to just love and just support them.
You've mentioned that a few different times. Yes, you said that. Let's get to JuJu here. You really didn't have a rebuttal, though, for the fact that you would admit, Zaz, right, that your sartorial splendor is somewhat limited and probably a great frustration to your wife and people who love you.
Well, you're using words here, sartorial. I don't know what they mean, so I'm just kind of going to shrug at that one.
Does your wife approve of your closet?
That was an obnoxious sentence you said there.
Does your wife approve of your closet?
Oh, she hates it. She hates when I thank you. Why couldn't you have said that from the start?
Sartorial wonder.
See, words. I have no idea what you're saying. You say words like that, I take it as disrespect. I don't know what you mean.
JuJu, thank you for joining us. Good seeing you. What's the commentary? Surely you heard us fall into the quicksand with Chris Cote on wedding garters, and you must have enjoyed that.
Hell yeah, y'all left my boy Chris on an island. But the YouTube chat was there for my dog Chris. Jason Barber from the YouTube chat says, Chris Cote is correct. I've been to several weddings where the recipients of the bouquet and the garter belt then have like a garter belt put up the leg of the bouquet recipient. Like, so it's out there on the YouTube chat. You feel me? That Chris Cote might be a little right.
It's been settled. Chris Cote felt very alone. It was the Piranha were circling on him. Billy had a lot of very strong opinions. Amin was very judgy.
Yeah, but Chris kind of did it to himself because he explained it not in the best way. You started talking about a dude's leg and all that.
Well, yeah, I got a little confused. Because I remember my wedding where they swapped them out, so that's why.
A note that Mike didn't mention from the Jordan Hudson Instagram post is that in that screen cap of an email, there is a song playing with the Instagram post, which you can do now, which is Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and the email was definitely written by Bill Belichick, 100%.
JuJu, do you have any, now that Amin is giving a Tuesday television recommendation, do you have any television recommendations for us? We will spoil the rehearsal tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I do. I waited a couple weeks to make sure this show was as good as I thought it was. But ladies and gentlemen, I give you the permission and I give you the suggestion to check out Mobland on Paramount Plus. Tom Hardy take a bow. Pierce Brosnan is back. Helen Mirren is back. What a show. Every episode so far has been stupendous. So check out Mobland on Paramount Plus when you get a chance.
You haven't recommended anything since Paradise, have you?
Hell nah, and I'm back recommending because, dog, rarely is a show just have me hooked like these shows like that I'm mentioning. So, yeah, Mobland, Tom Hardy, the cast of this show, I love everything from British, like every British television show mostly. I'm like my boy Chris Whittingham, you dig me? I think I'm a London lad and a fancy one at that. So check out Mobland ASAP.
I loved Paradise. That's my show.
So good.
What do you have for us in terms of a Joker of the Day? Do we have a Joker of the Day?
Yeah, I got 2 quick jokers of the day. You feel me? Tyler Hero, my brother. You can't say you're not gonna lose the next game and lose by 100 points. And you had four points, 1 for 10 shooting, 1 for 9 3-pointers. My brother, not a great look. Also, second joker of the day, Ja Morant. You can't get swept and then be like, oh, I had him figured out. If I wouldn't have got hurt, we would have. I had it. Even though I get what she's saying, he got hurt, and then they was up 25, 30 points at the time, but you got swept, brother. You can't say that. Oh, I would have beat him up if I didn't. My shoe wasn't untied. Yeah, so those are my 2 jokers of the day. You feel me?
What else you got from basketball? Any Golden State opinions?
Yeah, that Warriors Rockets series right now, that's prime time. I hate that it's so late at night, so I got to be staying up so late.
It's a good series.
Hell yeah, dog. Draymond Green is unhinged. He should have got kicked out of the game around the second quarter, but the referees allowed it. They called it a flagrant foul instead of a technical, his second technical. I got a suggestion, though, for Houston Rockets. Jack Landale, who else? Cam Whitmore. Give them boys some time to get in the game just to go agitate Draymond. Just say, hey, Landale, walk up to Draymond, flick his nose and say, I beat your ass. And Draymond will get kicked out of the game ASAP. He has no composure. He doesn't give a damn. He had 5 fouls, and they sat him out the whole fourth quarter. But the most important part of the fourth quarter, whenever Sengun tried to hit the last winning shot, he was there to take care of business. Defensive Player of the Year finalist, as he should be. Get him out the game early.
Most guys get a technical foul, and their behavior gets toned down a little bit. It's like, all right, I don't want to get thrown out here. Draymond gets a technical, his behavior gets worse for the rest of the game. And none of these referees have the guts to...
He's daring him. He's daring him to be the center of the story and eject him.
The best time to speed is after you just got a speeding ticket.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Is the best time to speed just after you got a speeding ticket? Because I've gotten 2 speeding tickets, right? Yeah, by 2 different police officers.
In the same drive?
Yeah, because yes, because school zone. Yes, because the second thing was the school zone.
Same school zone? Like you started someone stopping and then
No. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's awful.
Yeah,
Did you hit a
I don't agree with what you're saying.
bragging about a school zone ticket.
I'm not bragging. That wasn't bragging.
Look at me, Louis.
I can speed through school zones. I'm Dan Le Batard.
That is what I shout in my convertible, smoking a cigar, blowing
Screw
smoke.
you, kids.
Blowing smoke in the face of toddlers. First grader with a backpack. Screw you, kid. I'm Dan Le Batard. I can fly through here at 60 miles an hour. You and your 15-mile-an-hour rules. I'll put the cigar out right in your forehead. Call your dad. I'm Dan Le Batard.
Your dad's probably a fan.
He's like a little kid on a scooter, and you're just blowing by him, giving him the bird.
Yeah, careening through the school zone. What do you have for us in the way of poll updates, Juju?
Yes, sir. Before the polls, I want to give my GM some credit. Brandon Beam was absolutely correct. Brother, we scored so many points all year long, and what killed us at the end of the year was Patrick Mahomes. Hike, he looks Kyer Elam. Oh, easy. Scooby snacks. Instant passes. Oh, DeMar Hamlin, God bless the dead. Instant pass over to his side. We had no DBs. I wanted them to draft nothing but DBs, and they did take a wide receiver late, so I understand his anger and frustration with the media. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Neither here nor there, which also neither here nor there. Sounds like Ron McGill kind of agreed with someone's 100 gorilla take from yesterday. Neither here nor there.
JuJu, you guys don't know. You guys think it just started yesterday. All weekend long, he's been fascinated. We've been in his group chat where he's just talking shit about gorillas the whole time. I mean, just talking wild shit about gorillas.
Unafraid of the
You
gorillas.
guys thought Chris Gotti was disrespectful to giraffes. I wish I could publish the text that JuJu was sending about the gorillas.
He's disrespecting gorillas more than anybody is.
Oh my God! It was. I was laughing the whole time. I didn't engage JuJu, but I was laughing the whole time. You and Jason Madison were just going in on gorillas. And so while we're doing the segment, JuJu screenshotting Rob McGill's answer and throwing it in the group chat. So just like case closed.
Salute to the Dr. Ron McGill, the brilliant doctor that he is. First poll, do you want to watch extra inning West Coast baseball? 77% of the audience says no, they do not.
Billy, I thought the Dodgers and Marlins extra innings.
What are you going to see the Dodgers score a billion runs? Dodgers aren't fun. We can just
They're ruining everything.
Dodgers aren't fun for baseball.
They're
winning every game. And by the way, they should be a lot better. If I was there, I'd be looking into the front office and figuring out why the Dodgers, who cost $500 billion a year, are 18-10.
He cost them the game, even though they won the game.
They're not fun. It's not fun to see the Dodgers.
The rare ruining baseball, and also why aren't they winning more?
They should be winning more. They should win every single game. The Dodgers should be undefeated with what they're paying their players.
But they're not.
I know.
But you're like complaining as...
Well, it's not fun.
This is like when the big three got together in Miami and Jeff Van Gundy said they're going to go 79-3, which everyone was like, oh, Jeff Van Gundy is really high on the Heat. I'm like, no, that's not what he's doing. He's doing if you bastards lose any games, you messed up. You messed up royally.
Well, what Billy just did, though, is the Dodgers are winning every game. They should be better.
They should be better. They shouldn't be tied with the lowly Giants in their division. Are we disagreeing with that notion?
Every time I look up, they need 7 runs and they get 8.
Well, first it was like, I don't want to watch them score 100 runs.
I don't.
But they're not doing that. But they should be. It's like, what's your argument?
No, they've scored 123 runs. The Dodgers are a super team, but they're not that super.
They have the second best record in baseball.
Yeah. They should have the best by far, by leaps and bounds.
Half a game.
More polls, JuJu.
Also, what's flown under the radar, which a lot of listeners of the show brought to my attention. Dan, why did you think that Anthony Edwards moment happened at WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What was that?
That's a good point.
It's not that he thought it. It's that he tried to fight me and Tony on it. We're like, Dan, he was at the scores table.
I've got a couple of short circuits here and there that happen every couple of days.
If hell had an eternal open bar, would you consider going? 60% of the audience says yes, they would.
Wow.
That's why they're in hell.
Wow.
It's a good crowd down there.
But it's all Jägermeister and Fireball.
Yeah. Hitler's probably down there, though. So
Okay, now wait a minute.
There's a couple bad apples.
Jesus. Couple?
Hell yeah. Speaking of bad apples, Puka Nakua brother slapped a fan in the UFL over the weekend.
Puka Nakua's brother.
Right. Neither here nor there. Could you memorize 143 names in 2 days? 78% of the audience says no, they could not.
That's why they're not in the NFL.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders, you guys think, in order, by the way. It's not just 143 names. You guys had him drafted in order.
Can't even do that over the course of 20 years. Before Thanksgiving, I get like a little refresher course.
Cheat sheet, like little notes.
Like, what's the girl that was dating the guy, the cousin? We met him
with the fingers waggling like that.
Thing. Yeah. And then whatever Cynthia says, she's like, Janet. I knew that. It was Janet.
That's always the move. You just whatever name they say, you just agree wholeheartedly.
Janet.
Another poll, JuJu?
No, those are your polls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Show.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Zaz, as well. Go Heat.
I don't love your jacket.